What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Oh, man. Oh, man, oh, man. We went above 1.7 cents, you guys. We got a little wiki poo right up above there. I'm not going to say it. It's too young. I don't want to jinx it. I'm definitely not going to say that I think we might have found our low. That's not what I'm going to say. I want to say that I think we found our low. I'm not going to say it, though, because if I said that, the crypto gods will hear, what? Someone's making money? Let's shit all over their hopes and dreams. That's how it works. It's literally how it works. Here we are on this, the 4th day of June, sitting at about 1.67 cents, up 6% to start the day. It's not bad. Looking at this on Coinbase, let's see the 1 hour time frame. Oh, okay. Okay, the ballers came in. All right, they're just buying. We're used to this, right? Sometimes this can mean that we've got a lot of growth to go. Lately, it just means somebody probably fat-fingered this thing. They threw in a lot of money all at once, and we're probably going to come back down over the coming hours. Don't get too excited. I could be wrong. I would love to be wrong. I would be happily wrong. But, you know, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times over here with the volume and everything, 5 times, you know what I mean? Like one of these times it won't happen. It'll actually break through, but I'm not impressed right now, especially we're at the overbought. So actually, damn, not gonna lie, that's actually a nice RSI right there. Coming off of these lows specifically too, it's not bad, but we're just not where I'd like to see us be in order for me to get overzealously bullish and be convinced that that is low. Until we see prices really that are back, as much of a meme as it is, man. Until we see prices that are back above 2 cents, 2.2 cents even, I guess I'll be convinced and leave the door open for the idea that we could go down to 1.43 cents. You know, making sense out of this too. The reason why we thought 1.43 cents would be a good area to go. And I thought that periodically throughout this. There were several times where I was convinced we found the low. I think maybe this time and this time here I was convinced we found the low. But as it was clear that we were coming down both of these times here, the objective was something around like 1.43 cents. For a second, I thought we'd find higher lows here, but that didn't last, whatever. From a low to a high here, what I'm trying to explain. From a low to a high, we hit the 0.5, perfect. Smack dab, tipped it, beautiful. We're consolidating below the 236. You guys, this is absurdly bullish, okay? This is great. I focus on this so much that I forget this. Look at this, right? Like that. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. TradingView's been really glitchy for me today, man. It normally isn't, but I've got a lot of stuff open. I need to restart my computer. I keep saying that. I'm going to say that in every video, so I should just shut my mouth. Anyways, 236, consolidating like this, man, you're going to break out. Absolutely you are. I mean, we knew that anyways, but just all the signs everywhere, man, they're all bullish. It all looks good, but hold up now. The reason why I'm getting carried away, the reason why we're thinking about 1.43 cents as being the low here is that we found direct support at that 0.5 right there. Last significant low to high pivot. From a low to high here, pretty damn significant. The most significant relative one that we have. Not as significant as that, but still pretty significant. We thought we were going to go down to 1.43 cents, which is where that 0.5 is. We did, however, attempt to get there. We attempted to get down there and wicked down there. It's very possible that you and I and your best friend who watches this every day and brushes their teeth to my content, thank you, whoever you are, that we're not the only ones who are aware of this 0.5 area being a good area for support. Prior resistance back here, prior support right here, prior resistance back here. On a 3-day time frame, it doesn't look that significant, but if you're on a daily time frame or on a 4-hour time frame, it is significant down here. We might not be the only ones, algorithms, that address this as a significant area. And OnyxCoin, whether you want to believe it or not, whether the haters want to accept it or not, it's a hot commodity, man. It's a hot commodity. Coins that move like this, that have been consolidating for over a month, that are primed and ready to go, I mean, it's a hot commodity, man. It really is. This thing's going to do well. And I mean, the staking, by the way, is just crazy too. It really is. I wish I started staking earlier. You know, I still feel very weary and very speculative. Is that the right word? About staking. But so far, so good with OnyxCoin on this first attempt for me. This is the first time that I've ever done staking. I've stayed away from it my whole life in crypto, but you know, a year ago, whenever I first heard about OnyxCoin staking, I consider, or maybe it wasn't quite a year ago. How long ago was it? Let's see, actually. I think it was over a year ago. Could have been staking for this whole past year, damn it. Let's see. How long has XCN OnyxCoin offered staking? I don't know. Get to that there. I'm pretty sure it's been over a year. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I could have been staking this whole damn time over a year. I just wanted to make sure I had the right things. I'm like, could I have staked over a year ago? I could have been making returns just by sleeping, man. It's crazy how much you make just by sleeping with this thing staking, man. It's very very appetizing. I mean, there's a lot of locked value in that staking mechanism, and I think whenever we are at cycle highs, that can cause a problem. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. If you're thinking about staking, just be aware that when we're at cycle highs, you're not going to be the only person considering taking money out to sell. And with that, you might want to think ahead. Maybe you stop staking for the last month or two if you can time the markets properly. If you think we're at the end, stop staking ahead of time, because they do have, I think, a 7-day or an 11-day. They have an allowance period, a grace period where they don't have to give you your funds back immediately. Most of the time right now, you can stake and unstake pretty flawlessly, even with large amounts of money. It's pretty immediate. But whenever there's times in high traffic, I've had a few people reach out to me and tell me that it took them multiple days to get their coins unstaked back here whenever they thought the top was in. And that was just this top, let alone the actual high. So just keep that in mind. But other than that, guys, I'm actually having a good time with staking. I might just leave the money in there to stake, man, because again, I'm convinced, and I'm on a whole different tangent here. We're not even doing TA at this point, because what's changed? We're up a little bit, but we're not doing anything too dramatic. We'll get into the short-term stuff in a second here. I promise I won't bore you too much. But the reason why I'm considering staking and just literally maybe not even unstaking throughout this bull market is that I genuinely believe, and we did the analysis that one time, the long-term analysis, projecting what the next bear market would bring us. I don't even think that we're going to see targets in the next bear market that are as low as we are now. So you could just buy, stake, that APY, APR, it's going to change. It's not going to be 30% forever. In the bear market, it'll probably drop down to like 5% or 7%, whatever the closest to like the best competitor would be, I doubt it'll be 4% or 4.7% like a lot of these stable coins offer. It'll probably be more than that, but it won't be stable. It'll also be dropping during the bear market. So, but with the idea that you could just have money sitting here for literal years until the next bull market, making a passive amount of income every single year just based off of that, I don't know. It's kind of interesting, and it would probably be at a higher price, even at the lowest price next cycle. I don't know. It's just kind of an idea I'm flirting with, right? That I genuinely might not sell OnyxCoin this cycle. Other than if I were to sell, if I were to do it this way, and I hope you guys understand what I'm saying, right? Like I have my OnyxCoin. I have a lot of it staked. It's not all staked, but I have a lot of it staked. If I just keep that amount staked and we get to the end of the cycle and I decide to keep it staked even through the bear cycle and just ride it out, I will sell OnyxCoin, but I won't sell the stuff that I have staked. I'll just sell my rewards. And I'll sell them at quote unquote good times whenever we have those bear market relief rallies or something like that. That all sounds nice. Who knows if that actually happens? But that's kind of a plan that I'm flirting with right now. I guess I'm sharing it with you guys. Let's cut the shit though, and let's get to the TA. Okay, so we are here in a very very mature and developed bull flag right here. We're at the base of the flag. We're still at a great area to buy. Regardless of if it happens today or tomorrow or the next day or next week, whatever, we're going to break out and we're going to move to the upside. The area that we're going to go to is about 5.5 to 6 cents, and I really would not be surprised in the least if we did move all the way up to 8.2 cents. This move, I think, if it follows suit with what a lot of cryptos have done recently, their first move is nice, but the second move is nicer. I think the second move is going to be, if this is a bull flag, man, from a low to a high, this is how you measure your bull flag, right? Low to high. That measure move would take us right about here. If we have a stronger move, why not connect the dots? 8.2 cents, 10 cents, psychological resistance. I mean, anything and everything in between. Maybe we do just run all the way up to 15 cents next week. I don't know. OnyxCoin's going to be put on the map, though, man. Think about it like this. And I brought this point up before, but it might not be a point that we've talked about in a second. XCN, right? It's number 109. When you look at the top performers of the day, most of the time, most people, they're looking at the top 100. When OnyxCoin is in the top 100 and it's performing the way that it performs when it's there, that's going to bring some attention. That's going to draw some attention, you guys. We'll have a whole new class of XCN investors who who are skeptical, not skeptical, here for the long term, here for the tech, here for the pump, whatever, right? The kind of perception that OnyxCoin will achieve when it's pumping and it's in the top 100, I think will be more promising, more effective than it will be here, right? Move up 20%, you're the top 200. That's good. That's nice, right? Especially if the rest of the market's moving down. But you do it in the top 100, everybody is paying attention to you. Even institutions, probably. Big entities, large entities, you know what I mean? Let's get to the short-term stuff, and then we'll wrap this video up, okay? 1 hour time frame here. A lot of volume. A lot of volume. We'd love to see it. 21 minutes left in this 1 hour candle here. It's very bullish. I mean, this is a perfect looking RSI right now. The question is, do you go higher immediately? I think you're going to go higher, but just immediately. You are at an area where you find resistance. Typically, you don't go too much higher than this level here. Maybe sometimes you do, but not too much higher, right? And we want to get above 1.7 cents to at least be excited that this is a possible low. We want to get above there and stay above there on a 4 hour closing basis, but we really need to get above like 2.2 cents. So I'm not seeing enough on the 1 hour to convince me that we're done moving down. I'm not seeing enough to convince me that we're ready to keep moving up. It's very possible this was just a one-off like the rest of these were, and that we actually do spend the next like 4 or 5 hours eating up what took 1 hour to achieve, right? It's very, very possible. We are at areas of resistance here, so don't get your hopes too high. Don't get your hopes too high. And don't be discouraged if we move down. It's fine. You know, don't cry. Wipe away your tears with your staked Onyx coins. You can't. They're in the ether. So then unstake them or then claim your rewards, sell them, get your money, and then blow your nose in it. I don't know. 1.68 cents now on a 4 hour time frame. The 4 hour is also 1 hour and 19 minutes left, right? 4 hours also in an area where you might expect it to reject. I would say that a rejection on the 4 hour here would be a bigger deal than the 1 hour having any kind of troubles, because here that would imply that we would at least go to the 50, probably, most probably at least the 50, if not the 40, if not all the way back down to the oversold zone. A rejection off the overbought zone does not beget good behavior in the price. Look at what it did here. We didn't stop until we got oversold. I mean, this was even a rejection of the overbought zone itself. I guess you found support just below the 50 or right at the 50, but you still went lower. Rejecting the overbought zone is not a good thing, you guys. Rejected it here. You got into it. You got out of it immediately. Even though you pierced through it, that's still a rejection. I would count that. You went all the way to the oversold zone, right? Rejected it here, all the way to the oversold zone. Rejections are not good no matter what form they come in. So if this next 4 hour candle doesn't get some follow through, if this next 4 hour candle closes red, if we pull back from here, if we close here or just a little bit lower and then the next candle's red, today's going to be a red day. Tomorrow will probably be a red day. And then maybe like within the next 3 to 5 days, we find our low, which would likely be a lower low than this at that 1.43 cent area. And then we start to recover. Then we have things to get excited for. As of now, I mean, we look at this price on the 4 hour time frame. It's nice. It's exciting, right? But you're just at areas of prior support. This kind of looks like a bull trap. You know, it's kind of funny. We call it a bull trap, but they remind me of fish hooks. It's like a fish trap. I don't know. It looks like a fish hook. Every time you want to know what a bull trap looks like or a bear trap looks like, it's always got this fish hook kind of look, right? Like here, you're moving down. You've got your consolidation phase. You broke out, bull trap, and it's got that little fish hook look to it right there, right? Just bull trap. You get the bear traps. Let's see where do we have a bear trap. I mean, maybe right there, kind of got the fish hook look to it. I don't know. Maybe that's just a way of saying you move down fast and you move up faster, but they're like little fish hooks, these little traps. And it kind of looks like a fish hook to me. Until it doesn't. Until it just keeps running. But I am expecting, I guess, as of now, sitting here at 1.7 cents. I'm not impressed. I am going to call for us to go down. I hope I'm wrong. But I'm not making this call because I hope I'm wrong. I'm not making this call so that I can be wrong. I'm making this call because I want to be right. Who cares if I'm right or wrong? It's not a big deal. But I'd rather be right than wrong, right? I'm a logical person. I'd rather be right than wrong. But logically, looking at this, where we are now, it makes more sense, in my opinion, to go down from here rather than to go up. Our first interaction with the overbought zones, since we were all the way back here, we've got lower highs and we've got higher highs here. It's just some form of hidden bearish divergence. I'm not saying that this can't be a signal of bigger things to come soon, but not right now. I think by the time most of you watch this, we're probably either going to be right in this area or on our way down. That's my expectation. Where are we going to? Something between 1.43 cents and like 1.23 cents. That's where I think we're going to go. I like that 1.4 cent area, 1.43 cent area, but we really could go lower, and it's okay if we do. Hit the like button, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you all for being here. It's fun trying to piece this stuff together. I mean, right now, it looks like it really, on a daily time frame, it would make sense that OnyxCoin moves all the way up here, you know, but I'm just not convinced. I don't know. I need to see more. And I mean, to be fair with the daily RSI, we're right where we found support the last couple times. But here, you got into it, and then you got into it again, and then you got it, you know, and then you went up. And this was after a long downtrend. I'm not expecting the exact same reaction. I'm just saying we don't have enough evidence yet to get too excited. Get me excited, OnyxCoin. What you got to do to get me excited, and probably the rest of you, close above 2.2 cents. Close above that golden ratio on a daily basis. 2 4-hour candles in a row. Hell, make it 3 4-hour candles to make me feel safe. Make me feel nice and secure, OnyxCoin. Provide that security for me. 2.2 cents. Get above there. Then we can all start celebrating. Then I don't care who you are, how much of a hater, how much of a troll, how much of a disbeliever you are. You're going to get left in the dust, and we're going up to new highs. 5 cents, 6 cents, 8 cents, 10 cents, 26 cents, and beyond by the end of July. Yes, I'm just going to start saying by the end of July, because I don't think it'll be the end of July that we see those prices, but I do think it'll be sometime after June that we get to 26 to 32 cents, and that's okay. That's okay. Anyways, guys, I got nothing else for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm not making predictions to be wrong. All right, bye-bye.